Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Troy Tech Mentor Breakfast at Troy High School. Today we're going to be exploring the internships that multiple Troy Tech Pathway students have been doing this past summer. I'm here with Jude Verrier, a film student here in the Troy Tech Pathway. Jude, can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to be a film student?
Yeah, absolutely. So in our film program, what we have is we essentially are watching movies and sequences and paying attention to them for little details such as camera movements, director suggestions, plots, and just background and scene additions, so we can use those in our sequences and movies that we produce throughout the year.
So what's an average day in the life of a film student?
So an average day, we would probably go into class, watch about 10 to 15 minutes worth of movie clips or sequences, analyze it in some sort of way, and then either use the rest of the period or come back the next day to put that into some sort of sequence of our own.
Are you planning on pursuing film after high school?
I absolutely am. My goal is to end up at Chapman's film program.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jude, for your time. And now I'm with Bella and Susanna, and they are with the Science Olympiad. Bella, can you tell me a little bit about Science Olympiad?
It's a national science competition where 15 people compete in 23 events. Each person usually ends up doing 3 to 4 events. I have some examples of our events here. For example, one student built a thermometer which actually tells the temperature of the water. Another student built their own guitar from scratch, and it plays in tune. We have bridges and elastic launch gliders, as well as chemistry events where you bring your equipment to the competition and you perform an experiment on the spot. So for example, in forensics, they give you mystery powders and you use chemical tests to determine the identity of the powders. We've won nationals 13 times, and in the years that we didn't win, we always placed top 5. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Susanna, are you interested in pursuing science after high school?
Yes, I'm interested in pursuing anything that's related to engineering or physics.
All right, thank you so much for your time, ladies. Enjoy the event. And now I'm here with Evelyn and Ethan representing the Future Business Leaders of America. Evelyn, can you tell me a little bit about what FBLA does?
So FBLA stands for Future Business Leaders of America, and it's the biggest business club at Troy. We are a business club that kind of strives to help people understand the business world a little bit more and provides learning opportunities to help them grow as business leaders.
Fantastic. And Ethan, I know you guys do a lot of competition and you guys typically do very, very well. Are there other aspects of your club that you also do very well in? Anything the world should know about FBLA?
I think this year something that we're stressing a lot is our education aspect, because as you know, Troy doesn't allow all the students to compete in, to take a business class, especially as freshmen. And so we've tried to expand and teach people more about business and the principles of business before they go into actually competing this year, which is something we want everyone to know.
Fantastic. And are either of you planning to pursue business after high school?
Definitely. I think I could speak for both of us when I say business is really important and something that we both really enjoy, and definitely think we should continue on to our college. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the event. Just here? Do you want me to ask you questions or no? And now I'm here with Jude and Maya. They are representing the AP Computer Science Principles class, which is a starter class that every Troy Tech student typically takes their freshman or sophomore year before deciding a path. Jude, do you have any idea of what Troy Tech pathway you're interested in pursuing after this class?
Well, right now I'm starting in the engineering pathway, and the AP Computer Science principles has provided us a lot of opportunities to learn how to code, which has really helped me in this pathway.
Fantastic. Maya, do you have any idea of what pathway you're interested in pursuing after this class?
Yes, I'm going to go into business, and I hope to be part of FBLA as well.
Do you feel prepared after taking a couple of weeks of this class?
Yes, this class has really prepared me, and it's a known fact that Troy Tech students take this class first, and it is a prerequisite to all of the other pathways because it teaches you so many fundamental skills.
All right. Thank you both so much for your time. Enjoy the program. And now I'm here with Liam and Chloe representing the Cyber Defense Pathway. Liam, can you tell me a little bit about your program?
Oh, well, we like to train, in the new digital age, it's increasingly becoming more difficult to protect yourself against online threats, especially as the internet progresses. So our goal is to try and train students to get good at networks, operating systems, computers, phones, you name it. We want to really just train students to defend against the threats that in the modern world.
All right, thank you. Chloe, can you tell me a little bit? I see lots of trophies on your table. Can you tell me a little bit about those?
Those came from our national competition, Cyber Patriot, and our team has won national, I'm sorry, quite a few times. Yeah. And
are either of you interested in pursuing a cyber pathway or career after high school?
Oh, absolutely. Mainly because jobs are, A, highly in demand, with 2/3 of jobs in America in cybersecurity being completely unfilled. And B, because the median wage is about $90,000. No, I'm kidding. But in case, yeah, cybersecurity is really important in the modern day, and it's really integral that we have more people to fill these positions, especially as the internet and technology grows as a whole.
Thank you both so much for your time. Enjoy the event.
Yeah, here we go.
And now I'm here with some ROTC officers. Guys, do you want to tell me a little bit about the fantastic accomplishments here at your table?
Yes, we have a lot of accomplishments. This is NJRTC. It stands for Naval Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit. We have a lot of teams, and all these teams have won all these trophies. And we're really distinguished, and it's a very fun program where the cadets can learn about leadership skills and character.
Are either of you planning to join any branch of the military after high school?
Oh yeah, so I know that I'm not planning to join any military-wise, but I know that Dylan is planning to go into service academy. So I think this way, the program is definitely a great way for him to go into it.
Thank you both so much for your time. Enjoy the program. I'm here with Bryce and Alex, and they are representing the engineering and robotics pathway. Can you tell me a little bit about your program?
So in the engineering pathway, we have multiple classes going from mechatronics to intro to design tech to IB design tech. And that covers the basics of engineering, design, electronics, and some basic programming for hardware.
Fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit about this fantastic robot we see here?
So this robot here is from our first robotics competition about 2 years ago. And this robot was designed to shoot balls into large targets, as well as pull itself off the ground at the end of the competition.
Thank you so much. Are you planning to pursue any robotics in your future career after high school?
Yes, definitely. I'm looking at lots of mechanical engineering colleges, and if I can, I'd like to minor in robotics to further isolate my field of expertise in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much for your time. And now, Lori Downham with the rest of the program. I am Jessica Knowles, and this is the Troy Tech Mentor Breakfast. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to hand it over to Miss Downham. Thank you.
A few minutes. Thank you.
Interruption before the show. This is Dr. Minster, principal of Troy High School. Dr. Minster, can you tell us a little bit about this event?
It's just really a revisiting what the mentors have meant to our Troy Tech program and to all of our interns and the opportunity they provided. So sort of a thank you to our mentors for what they've done. And this is not all of them. You know, I think it's roughly 80, 100 of the mentors, but it's a representation of many of them. I imagine as things get back to normal, we'll have more of our mentors like normal at this event, but it's just a big thank you, and then also again just brings awareness to the internships that our students completed over the summer.
Are there any standout internships in your eyes? I looked at the list, and there are some very interesting internship sites. Are there any standouts in your mind?
You know, they're all great, and they're all the right internships for the students that did them. So, I mean, to me, I don't want to point or single anybody out. I think they all are very, very valuable. Some are more nationally known than others, but I would tell you, even the little internships, you know, they do the job, they meet the need of our students, and there's a lot of opportunity here for any student that does any of these internships.
Thank you so much. That was Dr. Minster, principal of Troy High School. This has been the Troy Tech Mentor Breakfast, and now we're going to hand the program over to Ms. Downham Bonnet. Enjoy the show.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jessica Knowles. For those who are just joining us, I am part of Omnia Productions. If you were around for a little while, a couple minutes ago, I was interviewing all the Troy Tech pathways, and the way I was able to do that was being part of Omnia Productions, which is broadcasting the event. And now, Dr. Minster, the principal of Troy High School, with some words. Thank you.
Again, thank you for coming to our annual mentor breakfast that took a year hiatus. The Troy Tech program, Troy High School, the mentors, the internships. Obviously, none of our students could have this opportunity and have these wonderful internships with so many of you if you were not part of what we do. And so a gigantic, tremendous thank you to all of the mentors that are here. Thank you very much for providing this opportunity for our students, giving them that real world opportunity to experience something that they're interested in. Very often fields that then they pursue down the road and go to college to learn more about, and then are ready to come back out, having a little bit of real world experience that they get because of your kindness and your graciousness to mentor our students. And so for that, very much thank you. This is a very small token of our appreciation to do this event. So before we get going too far into the program, I know we have a few special guests that happen to also be my bosses. And so we have our superintendent, new superintendent to our district, Dr. Steve McLaughlin. We also have Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Dr. Ed Atkinson. And also Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Sylvia Kaufman. And I believe, although I haven't seen her, I think our board president, Ms. Marilyn Bushy, was coming, but she may be here somewhere, and if there's any other board members also that may or may not have made their way in here, welcome as well. I thought I saw Miss Bev Berriman, but I might be wrong. Is she out here someplace? She's Fullerton School District. There she is, School District Board member. So, all right, I was not wrong. Okay. Well, again, welcome. There is a lot of really great stuff that's going to go on in our program, and I am probably the least interesting part of it. So next on our schedule, we have Ms. Lori Down-and-Bonnet, our Troy Tech coordinator, with an overview of this program. Thank you.
All right, good morning. Thank you for those of you who have come here in person, and thank you for those of you who are joining on live stream. This is our first time to live stream this event, so thank you for your patience. We have a wonderful broadcast journalism team and class that has really risen to the occasion this past year and a half to provide opportunities like this for us to present live stream as well as in person in this instance. So thank you so much. And if you're at home, I'm so sorry that you're not enjoying our wonderful breakfast, but please, make a coffee on us and enjoy that as you watch today. For those of you who are here, thank you for making the time to come to this event. Even though we are going to have this program for the next about half hour, please still feel free to get more food if you'd like to. Mentors, if you need to leave and head into your work day before the program ends, please know that we're so appreciative of the time that you've made here today. So again, I'm Lori Down-and-Bonnet, and I'm the program coordinator for Troy Tech. Each of the students that is here today is a senior in the Troy Tech program, sitting with the internship mentor where they spent last summer interning. I will talk more about the program, but I do want to pause and make sure to thank some of the key people who were involved in making today happen. So first of all, the Brinegar Charitable Foundation has provided funding for much of the food that we have today, and so we're definitely appreciative of that organization. The parents have arranged the food, and our PTSA hospitality chair, Joanne Kim, who's in the back, probably still working on stuff, has done a great job. She stepped up. This is the first time for her to attend this event. We have had this event in the past. Last year it was virtual, but prior years to that, we have had about 20 years of this event in person. So we're so thankful to resume what we've been doing before. My fellow coordinator, I coordinate the Troy Tech program. Charlotte Kirkpatrick works with the IB program, and I'd like to take a minute to thank her. I'm not sure where she is. Oh, over there. And then I'd like to also thank each of the advisors. For the internships, you were visited by one of our advisors, one of our staff teachers, and I would just like to recognize them if they can acknowledge. Most of them are sitting in the back right now, but I have Scott Blake, Sharon Durock, Mike E. Chavez, Jim Folletta, Rich Leem, Anna Link, Deliana Park, Mike Reed, Dave St. Clair, and Mike Thomas, who each visited either virtually or in person at your sites this summer and was there to support the students as they interned with you. I have a handful of other staff, but I would like to thank Jesse Knowles and Daniel Flanagan, as well as the broadcast team, for making this happen. So, as I mentioned, our purpose today is to thank our mentors. And if this is the first time that you have mentored our students, we sincerely welcome you and hope to connect you more to our school now that you've realized, hey, this is part of a larger program. And this is really just a representation of our program. There are 400 seniors who did internships over the summer or currently in this school year, and not everyone was able to make it in person today, so this is just a small glimpse at really such a large and wonderful program that we have here. The students have participated for 4 years. The Troy Tech program is something that they apply to and participate in, and I would like to pause at this point. If the students from the showcase can get ready to head on up here, I'm going to have you hear from some of our students about our programs and what we offer. So go ahead and I can fill in while you're walking, but go ahead and head on up here. So each of these tables is our way of bringing our campus to you, since we're in the gym and not out on the campus. So they're snapshots of some of our key organizations that students are involved in, and each of them is going to introduce themselves and just give you a moment of briefly telling you about the organization that they work with.
All right, good morning. My name is William Summerhill, and I'm part of the Cybersecurity and Defense Pathway. So briefly to talk about cybersecurity, in our new digital age, as things advance in computer science and the internet, increasingly along with those new tools and resources that we have, you have a lot of issues with actual just security. Technology has breaches. Just recently, Apple hurriedly put out a patch, rather quietly, I don't know if anyone heard this, it was a software update, because hackers were able to get into your iPhone without you even knowing. Nothing to prompt it, they could just get in. So along with the new technological advancements that come with our digital age, security is paramount amongst these issues. And our goal as a cybersecurity pathway with our club and our classes is to teach students to be safer in their internet usage, in their networks, in actual operating systems, and so on and so forth. We're very proud to boast the largest club on school that really works through our competitions that really help students learn and acquire skills in cybersecurity.
and prove to be the most secure amongst them. And our classes themselves teach us how to use networks, different forms of operating systems, and so on. So yeah, as the digital age progresses, it's imperative that we have this knowledge of cybersecurity, and that's what we hope to teach through our class. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Maya Sarhan, and I'm here today to represent the AP Computer Science Principles course and showcase the work that I was able to produce last year while in that class. Principles is an introductory college-level computing course as stated by the College Board and is a requirement for all Troy Tech students during their first year of being in the program. As many of you may already know, this class plays a key role in preparing Troy Tech students for all of the other pathways offered here at Troy. While in this class, students will learn the basics of programming and algorithmic computing, which will in turn encourage the development of problem-solving skills and computational thinking. In May of 2021, 429 Troy students took the AP Computer Science Principles exam, and it was shown that our school had an overall 90% passing rate compared to the worldwide average of 67%. I hope that you all will have a chance to stop by our table this morning, and please feel free to ask us any questions that you may have. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. I'm Susanna.
And I'm Bella.
And we're here to talk about one of the awesome programs on campus, the Science Olympiad team. So Science Olympiad is a national STEM competition focused on fostering important skills such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Our team works together to develop more efficient engineering solutions and master college-level concepts. Even during the pandemic, our team was able to use the resources limited to us and virtually hold practices, attend multiple competitions, and even hold our own tournament for middle schoolers pursuing science.
A little more about Troy's Science Olympiad program. We are the top team in the nation. No other school consistently comes close. We've won the national tournament 13 times since 1996, and in the years we didn't win, we've always placed in the top 5. I feel so lucky to be part of this amazing group of motivated teenagers. They support me and motivate me to be the best person I can be. Huge, huge shout out to our coaches, without whom this would not be possible.
Please don't hesitate to stop by our table to check out some of our most recent projects, or just stop by and say hi. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Evelyn O, and I'm currently a senior here at Troy High School and the president of FBLA. FBLA stands for Future Business Leaders of America and is a club that offers students the opportunity to learn and compete in a variety of business fields. It is one of the biggest clubs on campus and is directly affiliated with the Business Troy Tech pathway. The pathway includes classes such as IB Business Management, Empowering Entrepreneurship, and International Business, and so much more. All of these business classes are incorporated into FBLA as there are competitions and events. For example, business procedures, business ethics, and e-business. What is learned in these classes can be directly applied. Troy FBLA is renowned for being one of the best in California and have influenced many future leaders. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Bryce Doe, and I'm currently a senior in the Troy Tech program. At Troy, I was part of the engineering pathway and have been a dedicated member of Troy Robotics. Ever since I could remember, I've always been interested in building and tinkering, whether that be building drones or Tesla coils. Within the engineering pathway, one of the classes that further strengthened my passion for engineering was the IB Design Tech course. What I love most about this course is the ability for all students to work on anything they want. During this course, I worked on my IB project, which was developing a new kind of drone. I learned a lot about CADing complex geometries, aerodynamics, structural design, CNC fabrication, and much more. Mr. Goodman, my teacher, aided me a lot with his personal experience of engineering design process and organization. Outside of school, I spend much of my time working with the robotics team. I enjoy spending time with friends constructing large robots to compete in international competitions. Not only do I learn a lot from others, but I often enjoy teaching new members the skills necessary for success. Robotics is a great way for me to apply my skills from classes to real-world situations. I was able to apply some of these skills to my internship at Daylight Solutions. At my internship, I learned a lot about the design thought process, fabrication, and communicating with industry professionals. I'd like to quickly thank my internship mentor, Dave Arnone, for my unique and valuable experience. If you have any more questions, please feel free to stop by our table. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Wendy On, and I'm a junior representing the Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program as part of the Governmental Leadership Pathway. So the NJRTC program is a program with around 300 cadets and various teams including drill, academics, cyber, robotics, marksmanship, and much more. In addition, we also have departments that cadets can participate in based on their interests, including administration, public affairs, operations, and color guard. Overall, the teams each year compete at a national level. Many of the teams include drill, which placed first in the unarmed exhibition, cyber, and brain ball, which also placed first in the nation. In addition, the Sea Perch team competed internationally and placed. And overall, NJRTC program provides a way for different cadets to participate in teams based on their interests, and it gives them an experience to grow. In the end, this program is a great way for students to develop their leadership skills and character, and it's a great experience. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jude Barrier, and I'm going to be representing the Troy Film Pathway. All of our film students spend 1 year in media concepts where we learn how to use Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, and Adobe Photoshop. So we learn graphic design, 3D design, and how to make sequences as well as movies. We then take that into our film program, and we spend the year watching movies, analyzing specific strategies that directors use, and dialogue between actors, and then we use that in our own movies to create sequences as well as short movies that we have as part of our productions at Troy High School. If you have any more questions, our table is right over there at the media pathway. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jessica Knowles. I'm a junior in the Omnia Productions pathway. If you look around, you'll see some students with cameras. We've been live streaming this event, and that has all been Omnia Productions. It's a class that we take every day. It's second period. We collect news around campus, around the world, and we put on the daily announcements every morning, and that is 2 to 3 minutes of everything that you need to know as a student, or just if you're watching, it's just everything you need to know about Troy High School. We, a year and a half ago, were launched into filming all of the home sport varsity games because there were no spectators allowed due to COVID. And now that has really blossomed into something I think very special and very positive, now allowing more people to see what Troy does every day. It's a really awesome program, and it has affected my life very positively. If you have any more questions, feel free to see me at the table with the media pathway. Thanks so much.
Thank you, students. I think you can join me in recognizing just the level of maturity and commitment to the pursuits that each of them have. And just to back up, to give you a glance, because these are our regular high school students that are here at Troy High School, just really enjoying their high school experience. They apply as 8th graders to this program, and they test in, and we not only represent our local community, but we do have students traveling from outside of the area because Troy Tech is a magnet program. As you may know from the student that you had interning with you, the students live in areas far beyond Fullerton, in outlying counties even, and they are committed to driving here, to being a part of our school, and we're so appreciative of the students themselves. In their commitment to the program, they start out taking the AP Computer Science Principles class, which one of the students had mentioned. Then they take electives in our pathways, which we have 6 pathways, which were represented by what they shared. And then they take the senior internship as a final piece. I'd like at this point to have a student come and share with you. So I will have Tyler Coker come, and he's going to share his perspective on the internship as a student.
Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Coker. I'm a senior here at Troy High School and a part of the Troy Tech Magnet program, which brings some of Southern California's brightest, and myself of course, together for one public educational campus. I would first like to thank all of you mentors in attendance for making it to our mentor breakfast, and all of our mentors working to make our summers great. I'd first like to mention the internship I was grateful enough to have over this summer with Fast Signs of Fullerton and Brea. My entire life has been focused on being a Renaissance man, collecting skills from a wide variety of platforms rather than being a strong, one-dimensional student, peer, and friend. With that pursuit of widespread success, I never really found a singular area of interest for myself, and I never found a prominent subject that I was really strong in. I carried that concern throughout my high school career, and as the internship came up, I was panicked because I didn't know what I was going to do. I used the shadowing process to try to see if I could find a business that I wanted to spend those 150 hours at this summer, but nothing quite felt right. Through a friend's recommendation, however, I applied to be Fast Signs intern, and that ended up being one of the better decisions I have made. They graciously accepted me and paired me with another intern, Punky Patel, to be a team of Troy workers. This, once again, would be one of the better decisions I have made to this day. I'd only heard that the business was run by nice people, that it was a good place to spend those 150 hours at. So I came in with no real expectations. The ones that I had, however, were blown away. The hospitality of my mentors, Bob and Gabby Molinax, and Aaron and Caitlin Fisher, were astounding. They welcomed both Punky and I into their close-knit family of 4, making us feel like equals rather than kids who could do their dirty work. Caitlin took the main control of the internship, guiding us through anything we needed. She soon had us working as functional employees within our first week. Quickly, we set up goals, which of course we would crush, and with the support of our mentors, we were able to act independently in a multitude of projects throughout our monthly stay at Fast Signs. Whether it be a site visit, important conference call, or large, long-term project, we were able to follow along and help out the process rather than being tucked away with redundant responsibilities. The hands-on nature of our internship was brilliant, and we were lucky to find such an opportunity so close to Troy. The internship itself wasn't where my experience is, however. Everywhere I go, all over Orange County, I see businesses whose project I worked on or whose sales I'd closed all by myself. My perspective on the world has changed, and I now am able to communicate with people I never would have before. I can just as easily talk to a 30-year veteran carpenter as one of my peers, and I can use the knowledge I gained through the Troy Tech pathway in the real world, which I'd only just experienced through the summer internship program. Things I learned in the business pathway directly translated to my work experience, and the work ethic and drive that I've developed in my tenure here at Troy could undoubtedly be seen in the summer internship. The real world comes out as quickly as high schoolers, yet practical classes here at Troy help us become better employees, peers, and people in general. There was never a dull moment at Fast Signs, and never a drought of knowledge that we would be able to ask about, whether that be how to venture into entrepreneurship or even about college. My internship at Fast Signs was once in a lifetime, and there's nowhere else in Southern California that would have pushed me to extend my horizons to small businesses and sign production. I can't thank you enough, Caitlin, and I can't thank all of you mentors just how great of an opportunity you've given us. I'll now extend my thanks to all of you in attendance, as you have forever changed our lives. Even though we are young and inexperienced, you accepted us, and for that, we are forever grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tyler. So at this point, I would like to also continue as we include representation of students, of a senior intern. I'd like to now have our parent organization come share with you briefly how they interact with us and our programs as they support what we're doing here. We have wonderful parents, wonderful students, just a great community here at Troy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daryl Bowman, and I'm the president of the Troy Support Organization. And we are very proud to host this event every year with the support of the Brenniger Foundation. But real quickly, the Troy Support Organization is a 501c3 nonprofit education foundation, and it's our primary mission is to raise money to fill in the gaps where the state budget doesn't always fill in. We've been a foundation now for going on 20 years, and in that 20 years, we've put approximately $2.5 million back into the school. So that's basically our mission. We are very proud to support the Troy Tech internship program every year. Lori Downa mentioned all of our wonderful teacher mentors back there. TSO supports that program every year to get the students prepared to come to you for their summer internship. So, any rate, I'd just like to share a quick story, a personal story about how Troy Tech has affected my family. I have two sons, one who is a senior now at Troy this year and just finished his internship this summer and had a great experience. But I also have an older son who graduated in 2015 and went on to college, finished his bachelor's degree and his master's degree. And I'm very proud to say that he started his very first job a month ago at the very same place that he internshipped when he was at Troy. So word to all you students out there, keep these relationships that you've created with your mentors going. You'll never know where it leads. And a big thank you to all you mentors out there for putting into this program every year and giving us so much. And maybe one of these kids will come work for you one day.
Okay, at this time we'd like to recognize the mentors that are here, and so we're going to go ahead and acknowledge the companies. And while we do this, if you could just stand, we'll call the companies in groups. I'm kind of reading, a page at a time. And if you want to go ahead and stand and remain standing, we'll applaud at the end.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you again for being here today. So as Ms. Downham said, we're going to go ahead and read names, and you guys, representatives from those businesses, can go ahead and stand. And I'm going to start with Aid Tree, Anglin's Instrument Repair, Athletes in Motion, Becton Dickinson, Blunt Wealth Services, Boeing, Boys and Girls Clubs of Fullerton, Catholic Education Through Media, City of Anaheim Public Works, Code the Spectrum, Coldwell Banker Diamond, Courageous Academy, Crane Real Estate, Crittenton Services, Fast Signs, Fullerton Joint Union High School District and Board, Fountain Valley Regional Hospital, Fullerton Eyes Optometry, Fullerton Oral Surgery, Fun Outside Aviation Academy, and Google. We'll pause for applause.
Continuing on, HBIC, High Luster Products Incorporated, Hoops Chiropractic, HydraFlow, Imperial Animal Hospital, Kaiser Permanente, the law offices of Richard Kim, and Nikkei Progressives. North Orange County SELPA, OC Elder Law, OC United, Oldham Architects, Orlando Spring, OSD Audio Aquatop, Palm Village Residential Rehabilitation. We'll pause for applause.
And our last group will be Reverge Studios Incorporated, Sam Lutz Physical Therapy, Scholar One Education, Senga Engineering Inc., St. Joseph Heritage Healthcare, The Dance Spot, Troy High School Cyber Camp, Troy High School Media Studio, Troy High School Soccer, UCI Down Syndrome Program, Veterans Legal Institute, Your Home Sold Guaranteed, and Zara's Pictures LLC. Last time, here we go. Thank you again, everyone.
All right, definitely a sincere thank you, mentors. Again, we were able to recognize those of you here in person. For those of you on live stream, thank you, and we recognize and acknowledge your contributions as well. So, a word to the mentors. So, mentors, we really appreciate what you've done in investing in these students. You heard from Tyler. Your own students, I'm sure, are appreciative of the time that you invested in giving them a meaningful experience, and even more so a meaningful experience in honestly such a difficult time, right? So thank you for being creative. Some of you provided virtual opportunities, in person, a combination, just being very creative while at the same time, I'm sure, going through quite a bit at your own positions in the challenges during this time of COVID. But our program, as was kind of alluded to, continues on. So this group of seniors is finishing their senior year and continuing to apply to colleges and plan for their futures. Right behind them is our group of juniors, who some of you may be hearing from in the near future, because the junior students go ahead and do job shadows and visit some of our sites from the past. And as you've experienced with having a student at your site, you know, if you'd be open to having additional students in the future, and now that you know more about our program, you might realize that, you know, we have classes and students trained in Adobe or in engineering and the SolidWorks or something else that ties to other aspects of your job. We'd be happy to continue the conversation. Though I'm the point person, I represent this network that we have throughout our school. So if you do have comments or feedback, please reply to the emails that were sent today or reach out to me. For the live stream, I believe my information is on the screen. It's also at the bottom of the program itself. It has information about contacting me, which you're welcome to do as a follow-up if we don't have a chance to speak today. And again, thank you. The investment that you've made in these students has really helped them make decisions for the future. As they apply to colleges, they have more informed decision-making ability as they choose their future pursuits. So thank you so much. In closing, let me turn the page here. Okay, a couple follow-up things as we provide some time. For those of you here in person, we want to give a bit of time at the end here for you to visit with the students, because we are a high school, so we're very much on a schedule. The students are returning to class at 9, so we definitely have a firm end time for them. But mentors, if you didn't get a chance to take your gift, we have the bundt cakes as a gift for you. We also have food left, you're welcome to enjoy more food or coffee. And then, as the student said, you're welcome to also talk with the students that are at the showcase tables, and you can speak with them. And we also will be inviting you to the Troy Tech Fair, which is the conclusion of their senior year. So April 28th of 2022, this gym, as well as the other gym, will have displays representing the program, and we invite you to be a part of that as well. And then our next group of students that we've mentioned will next summer be interning during June and July of 2022. So again, at this time, we'll conclude our presentation, but we have places to take photos. I encourage you to take a photo with your group, and we can get you that picture or take it with your phones so that you'll have a photo of your group from the internship as well as the other options here today. And then finally, if mentors, you have more time, I assume most of you are probably needing to head back to work, but if you have time in your schedule to stay a couple more minutes, as the students head back to class at 9, we have about a half hour available for the mentors that can make the time to see our campus, and we will give you on a guided tour so that you can see some of what we have. So if you're available for that at about 9 o'clock, just come right down here, and we will have staff to take you to see our campus itself. So again, thank you so much for your time this morning, and have a great day. Thank you.
This has been the Troy Tech Mentor Breakfast. I'm Jessica Knowles, and this has been live streamed by Omnia Productions. If you're interested in seeing any more Troy events, especially events like this one, or any home league varsity sports events, please feel free to check out our YouTube, TRHS Omnia, and feel free to like and subscribe. Signing off, and have a good day.